In this video, we're going to show you how to install the crankshaft position sensor on your Ford Taurus located behind the right passenger side catalytic converter. Now right behind your catalytic converter, there would normally be a heat shield here. And there's going to be a 10mm bolt that goes right here. And then straight up above it, there is a stud. There would be a 10mm nut. Now ours is missing, so I don't have the heat shield here to show you. Now after your heat shield is removed, you can go ahead and locate the harness right here. And this wire harness will run right into the bell housing of the transmission. And that's going to lead you to the sensor. Now there's normally a rubber grommet that goes here to seal this off. Ours is missing. Now inside here, you can go ahead and put your finger down inside. If you follow the harness in, you can actually locate the bolt holding the crank sensor in place. Now it's a 7mm, and what I'm going to use is a 7mm deep socket and a stubby 1/4 inch ratchet. And you'll go ahead and get on there. And you do not have a lot of room to operate. But once it comes loose, I'm going to go ahead and remove my ratchet, and I'm going to put a little extension on this so I can get in there and spin that bolt out. Now if you notice, we haven't tried to remove any connector yet. That's because it's inside the port right on the crank sensor. So you can't get to it unless you unbolt this and pull the whole unit out. Now you have to pay attention specifically to the angle of the socket and the extension here. It's almost going straight in. It's going to be critical when it comes time to getting that bolt back in. This job is pretty much done all by feel. You cannot see up inside this port unless you have a camera or something like that up inside there. I'm going to go ahead and wiggle this out. Go ahead and pull that out. We're going to pull that down below. Now that we have this out, we're going to go ahead and remove the sensor from the connector here. There's a little tab. You're going to push it on that and separate the sensor. You want to go ahead and take the sensor, feed that up, and press the connector on. You're going to hear it and feel it click. Now I want to go ahead and bring this up. Go ahead and feed that into the port. Now in the screen here we have our bore scope, and you can actually see that stud hole up in the upper right hand corner, and then just diagonal from it down in the lower left you can actually see that little square port right there. That's where your sensor has to fit into. So we need to fit that sensor into that port and then get that bolt started. All right, now that we have our sensor installed, go ahead and get that bolt started in. Get that run in as far as you can. Now the positioning of this here, the bolt hole is below the port for the crank sensor itself. Now that we have that run down, I'm going to go ahead and put my socket on there. Okay, now we want to go ahead and torque that down to 89 inch-pounds or 7.4 foot-pounds. All right, now we have that torqued. Now at this point here, you want to go ahead and install the rubber grommet to go ahead and cover up this port. Next, you want to go ahead and install the heat shield. After you have your heat shield installed, be sure to go ahead and use a good scan tool to go ahead and clear any codes for your crank sensor. At that point there, you can go ahead and take it for test drive, and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.